Okay, fellow hitchhikers, part two of this little series on COGs and what to do with COGs. I like to break things down into three categories. There's play, which is just getting these COGs, opening them up, looking at my collection book, and trying to see which ones I like, which series do I prefer. You know, maybe I'm really into the elements, or I'm into the land. Let's take a look at land. And let's say I like these and I want to get the 5. In fact, let's take a look at elements. I'm going to show you something that I did with my elements. When I first opened my couple packs, I really liked this element set. And I decided I wanted a gray border for my wind. I wanted a blue border for my water. I ended up with a different brown border, kind of a browny red for fire, and green for earth, and so on. And I collected based on what I thought looked good. However, if I want, and that's play, that's just play. Now, if I want to actually trade and sell and see if I can maybe pay for the packs that I purchased by getting some value out of them, I call that play and earn. The next level is to go to play to earn, which says, no, I'm going to do things for the purpose of getting profits. And that is different. Sometimes it ends up being not as much play and more just about earning. And so I try to be mindful of what is my goal that I'm trying to do. So if I was to look at play to earn, if I go to this article here that's just recently released by Chris Roberts, excellent article, well worth the read, outlines the ways that collections are organized. So collections come in 2 categories. There are rainbows, where you control the same image but have every border. So I might take this water image and try and get every single border that this water image has. That's called a rainbow. If I did that, let's go down to where there's a table right here. So second edition, if I looked at common COGs of the same design, so I have a rainbow, I would get 50 RFOX in exchange every 90 days. Well, this hasn't started yet, but at the end of the month, they're going to kick this off. If I had set and I lock it up, or they're calling it staking, I would receive 50 RFOX every 90 days. And an RFOX right now, one wax is worth about 1.89, 2. Let's just say 2 RFOX. So staking this up would be like getting 25 wax every 90 days. Let's say I want to get a complete set, a rainbow of the water. We go over to Waxplorer.com, and make sure you're logged in. You choose collection. And if you don't have COGs here, you don't have to have the COGs there. It does help if you narrow it down, because you can use Waxplorer for all these other sets, so I'll just narrow it down to COGs. And it will turn blue the things that you're able to change. And so I'm going to go into this drop-down menu, and I'm going to choose COGs second edition rainbow. So I've logged in, I've gone to collection, I've put COGs in here just simply to make this menu a lot smaller. You don't have to have the COGs in there. I'm going to go to COGs second edition rainbow. And it's going to give me the results of all of my COGs that I have in order of the sets that I have the most of. So I have 7 of this water. I have 4 of the COG Kid, and so on, going all the way down to the sets that I don't have any. So if I just wanted to consider common, for example, just to get this a little bit under control, now I won't have all those other results in there. It'll just be the commons. And if I go down to the bottom, there, you can see I don't have any of all of these common sets if I was looking at doing a rainbow. Now, when I click the title, it will automatically load, kind of like a collection book, sticker book of all the ones that can be collected. And you can see here I have 7 out of the 24. The 7 I have would be worth 115 wax, approximately, based on some price history and an algorithm. Some of them might be worth more, but based on the algorithm, it's predicting that. And there are 17 available on the marketplace. I need 17. If I wanted to finish this rainbow set, I would need these 17 wax, or I would need these 17 that I could buy for 415 wax. So to complete this rainbow set, it's going to cost me 415 wax, and I could earn, if I go back to that table, 50 RFox tokens, or about 25 wax every 90 days. So from a play to earn perspective, that's going to take a long time to get my return back just in RFox value. However, having a completed set does give me some points and helps me maybe with some rankings against other collectors. Maybe there'll be a special event, that's focused around the Elements series, and anyone that has a rainbow set gets a special airdrop, or as the games come out, maybe there'll be something that having this set would be worth it. So if I'm speculating, maybe it would be worth it. I really like the Element series, and so I might just complete the rainbow set of each one purely be for fun, for the play factor. And if I happen to be able to earn something, then great, it's a little bit of play and earn. So I'll show you how this works. So if I click this, it will automatically launch a new Waxplorer page and auto-fill in all of the fields that I could do manually but get a little confused on. So it's found the cheapest missing. I was missing 17 from the second edition Elements Common set. Now, what it didn't do is automatically add in which name of the card. It's got the whole Element series. So I'm going to go into here and type water. And by doing that, now it's just got the water cards. May seem a little confusing at first. Why is it giving me 23 results when if I go back, it was showing that I only needed 17? Well, the reason for that is if I change this sort to be by border, you will see that there are some KOGs that have the exact same border and are the exact same price. 15 wax, same border. So in that case, then, I would want to choose whichever one is the lower mint. This is 21 of 7.2, and this one is, it's not displaying which number. So that's something I could maybe go take a look at if I really was concerned about the mint number. So that's why it's showing me 23 as opposed to 17. And if I go back to sorting by price, then it'll just show me whichever one is the cheapest of the ones that I need. Now, it is linked to my Wax account. I have already clicked approve automatically so that I don't have to always click approve on the transactions. And I'm going to go ahead and buy this. I was using the Brave browser, and even with shields down, I could not get the buy feature to work on Waxplorer. So I've jumped over to Chrome, and I'm going to click buy. And this is going to cost 13 wax, and it's going to automatically add it to my inventory. There we go. It's now changed to sell. If I go over to here, it still will show that I have the 7 up here, but if I toggle this and bring it back, it'll reload it, and now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I want to update this top number, if I refresh the whole web page, it will update that top number, but it's not really necessary. So there you can go. You can see it now shows 8, and you can see the 8. It's going to cost me 400 more wax to finish this set if I'm still interested. I want to show you something else that's really important, and maybe I should have shown it to you first, and that you would have had a question if you came across it. I'm going to go down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to toggle. Actually, before I do that, let's just consider the common, because it'll take me forever otherwise. So I'm going to go down to the bottom. What I'm going to do is going to go click and click, and I'm going to click each one of these. It'll take me probably a minute or so, so I'll just trim the video so that it's all done, and I'm going to show you something that's important. But I like to start at the bottom because it's quicker to do this. So I just go double click, double click, double click. All right, so what I did is I turned foil to false as well, just so I had less to look at. And I want to show you something that jumps out. So this first set, the water set, I'll expand it so you can remember what I was doing here. There's 16 now that I need to get, and it would cost about 400 wax to get them. And the return on the common, KOGs, full set, no foil is 50. Well, if I was to go to the Rainbow Cog kid, notice it would only cost me 253 wax to finish collecting this 6, and all 20 are available. I have 4 of them, there's 24 total, so it would cost me a lot less wax. So if I was looking at a play to earn, this is actually a better set to get in regards to getting those RFox rewards starting at the end of the month every 90 days. Now, if you go down a little bit more, you'll see the prices jump around. Some of them are low, like the 269, and even more importantly, the most important thing to look for is this kind of scenario. The cipher wheel here, for example. Maybe I really like this cipher wheel. It's kind of got a bit of a crypto theme. I decide I'm going to go for a rainbow set on this, but there's going to be a problem. Right here, 1 is not available. It's showing me that nowhere on the marketplace is this one particular cog. So if I was going to try and collect this, I would want to go into this and get this one first. Okay, there's none on the market. It's not available. Which one is it? It is the one that has a light blue color with a border 22. Light blue color with border 22 of the cipher wheel. I can jump back over to the Atomic Hub. I can put in cipher wheel, 2nd edition, and I can choose border 22 and light blue. And if I look, it did actually end up giving me a result. It's a bundle. And in that bundle is this one particular cipher wheel. So a person can buy it from within this whole bundle. And so that might make this bundle worth it, because then you get this one and only. But that's quite a bit of wax. You could also look at the details and make this person an offer. Okay, you can go through and make them an offer. Where's their wallet? There's their wallet. I want light blue. There we go. So there's actually 64 of these things out there in existence, but none are on the marketplace. There's one inside the bundle. This particular user had this wax card store, which means it is someone that's probably interested in selling, considering that they have store in their name. And so I can search their wallet, find this one, and then can click make an offer. And what happens is it shows everything that they have on the 3 columns on the right-hand side is everything that they have. And I can narrow it down to just say COGs. And I can actually click more of the COGs that they have available, make a little bit of a bundle. And I can do the same thing for myself. I can click one of my COGs and try and offer a trade. There's also a way, and I'll have to do this as a separate tutorial, that I can get just an NFT that's worth like a couple cents, and then I can add a bunch of wax to it, and it would be a way of them accepting and trading for that NFT, and then they can burn that NFT and get the wax back out of it. It's a way of adding money to the trade. I would have preferred if there was just a way to like make an offer of money, but if there is, I don't know how to do that. Anyways, this video is mainly focused on using the Waxplorer. So that is something to watch for when you're in your collecting phase, deciding which sets you want to go for. Look for this not available and deal with it first if it's something that you want to pursue, because that'll pop up every now and then. And if you're doing it for play to earn, be mindful of how much wax it's going to cost you for the returns that you can get. The last thing I'd like to point out, and if you're really going to get into collecting, it's often about the superset. And the superset is all about getting the ultra rare cogs and the slammer of a certain border. So if you see here, that ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's 12. Okay, it's 12 cogs in the first edition set. And in the second edition, there are 20 cogs that make up a superset, including the 3 jagged edges. Okay, so if I wanted to go for a superset, I'm going to need to make sure I have selected this by border so that I can choose all the same border. And then I want to have to select the rarity to just be the ultra rare. And I don't know what's going on with this gems set, but other than that, you can see these are all 20 cogs. So this would get me a superset. And let's say I wanted to go with the Scorched Earth border. I could actually complete it for 24,000 K. I have one of them, and I can't. All the other ones are available on the market. If I did that, 24,000 K is what's going to cost me to get a superset. Let's see what that would worth. Go back down to the chart here. Second edition, ultra rare, superset. You give me 1,200 RFox, or about 600 wax. So that would take 8 cycles. 8 cycles of 90 days. That's 3 months. 8 times 3 months, 24 months. So 2 years. After 2 years, I would have received RFox back. Now that's assuming RFox stays at its current value. If they continue with the rewards program and the RFox value goes up, then it's going to pay for itself sooner. So that's a speculation on the play to earn side of things. Again, a person could go through and start toggling these on and off, looking for any of the not available, like this set here, ultra rare. I have one of them, but it would be really hard to get these 2 here. They're currently not on the marketplace. But like I showed earlier, you might be able to find them embedded in a bundle, or you might be able to find someone that's willing to trade for them. So if you're going to do this, collect these 2 first. There. I hope that was helpful on how to use the Waxplorer. I have not explored all these other things that are available, but at least in terms of collecting and organizing your sets in order to get ready for staking, there are a couple things to consider and do. Feel free to comment and let me know how this video helped.